If you're thinking about buying a home in Kansas City this spring, listen up. I can't stress this enough, but waiting until April or May to start this process is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make. The spring market moves very quickly, and if you're not ahead of the game, you're gonna find yourself stuck in bidding wars, paying more than you want to, or even completely missing out on your deal. That is why I always tell my clients, if you're planning to move within the next 6 months, you need to start right now. This is not just me saying this to rush you into a move. This is a strategy that people use to win in this market. They make sure to prepare early, they have a strategy set, and they don't wait until the last second to figure things out. So today I'm gonna break down everything that you need to know about the Kansas City market, why it's about to start heating up like crazy, and how you can get ahead of the game. And this is whether you are planning on buying, selling, or a combination of both. Okay, so let's start with this question. Why does the spring market always get so crazy? There are a few big reasons for this. The first reason is that more homes tend to hit the market. A lot of sellers decide to list during this time because they know that buyers are going to start to look during this time. But the problem here is that more homes is actually going to mean more competition for that seller. Number two, this should be a pretty common sense one, but better weather is going to equal more buyers. Nobody wants to have to move in the winter when it's -5 degrees outside, it's snowing, there's icy conditions. It's just not a fun experience. But once the sun comes out, people start hitting up open houses like crazy. Number three is that families usually want to move before the summer. If you have kids, springtime is usually the best time to start looking and moving into a new home because then your kids will start school in the fall without any mid-year disruptions. And number four is interest rates and buyer urgency. As soon as those mortgage rates start to dip, buyers will start to rush back into the market, which is going to create so much demand. And if rates continue to keep dropping, we are going to see a massive influx of buyers in this market. If you think back in the 2020, 2022 times when rates were super low, people were paying $50,000 plus over asking price just to secure a house. We're not at that level now, but if rates do continue to drop, there is going to be more competition in the market. So that's a general look into the spring market, but what's happening right now in Kansas City? Kansas City has actually been named one of the top US markets to be on the lookout for in 2025. Median home prices are still way below the national average, sitting at about $245,000, and mortgage rates are starting to come down a bit after the Fed decided to cut interest rates at the end of 2024. Right now, I actually have buyers locking in rates as low as 5% on a 30-year fixed mortgage, and that's a huge drop from the 7% that we've been seeing. We're also seeing a lot more out-of-state buyers moving to the Kansas City area. Kansas City's cost of living is driving in remote workers, investors, and retirees. And of course, that is adding even more competition. So what does this all mean for you? If you're a buyer, it means that you need to start looking now, especially before the floodgates are completely opened up. And if you're a seller, prepping your home now is going to help you so much because it's going to get you in front of buyers sooner than everyone else. So if you are a buyer, here's what you should be doing right now to be prepared. Number one is getting pre-approved ASAP. I can't stress this enough. You need to know what you can afford before you start looking. And you're going to need a strong pre-approval letter to be able to make it in this competitive market. Number two, you need to make sure that you understand how interest rates are going to affect your buying power. Let me just give you a quick example. At a 7% interest rate, a $350,000 home is going to cost you about $2,300 a month. But at a 5.75% interest rate, that same $350,000 home is going to cost you $2,050 a month. So subtracting $2,300 from $2,050 gets you a total savings of $250 every single month for that change in interest rate percentage. And over a 30-year time span, that is actually saving you $90,000. Number three is you have to make sure that you're ready to act fast. Homes in Kansas City do not sit on the market long, especially in that $200,000 to $350,000 price range. When you see something that you love, you have to be willing to make an offer right away. Number four is making sure that you are working with an agent who understands the market that you are looking in. Having someone that can find you off-market listings, who can negotiate for you, and be able to move quickly is going to give you so much success in this market. Now, speaking to my sellers, the biggest mistake that you can wait is not starting your preparation soon soon enough. Here's what you should be doing now to make sure that you can get ahead. First thing you need to do is make sure to start tackling maintenance and repairs on your home. Buyers can be very picky, so you want to make sure to fix those little things now before they turn into deal breakers in the future. Professional photos are going to be a must when listing your property. This is a crazy stat that I just recently found out, but listing your home with a professional photographer is going to get you 61% more views and help you sell so much quicker. And then of course, one of the most important things that I would say is making sure that you are pricing your home correctly. Overpricing your home, as we all know, means that your house is going to sit and then start to get ignored. If this happens, then your home is going to become so much less appealing to buyers, and those buyers are going to start thinking that there's something wrong with your home just because it's been sitting on the market for too long. And this is going to cause you to start receiving underpriced offers with so many different negotiations involved, and it's just not a good situation for either party. Another thing is to consider minor upgrades that can boost your home's value. Sometimes I'll have people reach out to me and just ask if I can come and tour their home and help them to figure out what upgrades they should make before they list their property on the market. And this is actually so beneficial for them because it gives them time without the additional stress of trying to get their home ready to list to be able to make those upgrades in a timely manner so that when they are ready to list, it is a lot smoother of a process. So to wrap this up, the Kansas City spring market is going to be one of the most competitive that we've seen in a while. Interest rates are starting to drop, which means buyers that have been on the sidelines for a while now are going to start flocking in. And if you don't start preparing now, you are going to be left behind. So if you're thinking about buying or selling this year and you are in the Kansas City market, make sure to reach out to me and I will gladly help you through the process. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can keep up with my weekly content. I'll see you in the next one.